Hey guys, it's Brett Adair with Copart. Today we're going to talk about the Go app, and we're actually going to go through the process of doing an assignment. The Go app's been around now several months, and we've been listening to you, taking your suggestions, and innovating and improving. So now that you have your seller code, let's you and I get together and let's do an assignment utilizing the Go app. Go ahead and log in to the Go app. Once you're logged in, press New Assignment. Select your seller code as well as your seller contact. Save and continue, and now you're at the home screen. Let's go ahead and decode the VIN. It's as simple as using the VIN scan. Once it picks up on the VIN on the door, it'll go ahead and enter in the year, the make, the model by itself. All you have to do is select the color. This vehicle's black. So now we're going to go ahead and do the images that are required. The first image is the passenger side front angle. Make sure you turn your camera to landscape. The next image is the driver's side front angle. Make sure you actually get the full body of the vehicle in the image. If you just utilize what the image shows you, it'll show you exactly the angle that you need to take of the vehicle. Okay, so now you're gonna take the driver's side rear angle. Same concept. Make sure that you're taking the angle where the light is showing, which is the angle of the camera, and you'll take that picture. Then you're going to do the passenger side rear picture. Next one is the passenger front interior. Notice too, at the very bottom of every image, it tells you exactly what the image is supposed to be. So you want to get a picture of the seats. If there's any splits in the leather of the seats or any damage to the dash, you want to go ahead and get that image. The next image is going to be the passenger rear interior. Same concept. You want to make sure if there's any damage to the seats that you pick up on that. So the next image is going to require you to open the hood. Raise your phone up a little bit higher and then go ahead and take that image. Okay, so the next image, guys, is going to be of the dash. So you want to make sure you get the mileage and the odometer. Let's go ahead and start the vehicle. Let all the indicator lights go away so you can show the buyer that there's nothing wrong with the airbag, there's nothing wrong with the engine itself. So let's zoom in here and we'll take the picture and make sure that we get the odometer. Your next image, guys, is going to be of the interior. You really want to make sure you get a full picture of the interior and get a complete image of the dash and all the equipment that's on the vehicle itself. The next image is going to be of the VIN. This is actually the last image, guys. To show the full VIN and take that image. One of the things I did, guys, when I did that, is I accidentally got my finger in that picture. And so you're going to want to retake that picture. And now you can see that the photo's clean. You can read the whole photo. And my finger's out of the picture, okay? So now that you've done the pictures, guys, you want to go out and you want to look at each one of them. Make sure they're clean, make sure that they're the proper, the description matches the picture. So now we have all the angle of the pictures. Let's go ahead and save and continue. And the first thing to do is to go ahead and get the odometer. We took a picture of it earlier, but let's go ahead and enter it in here. 37,484 miles, and it's actual miles. Go ahead and put your minimum in there that you're looking for the vehicle. The minimum, guys, is going to be the least that you would take for the vehicle. It's also the buy it now price. Primary damage, this vehicle just has minor dents and scratches and normal wear. The vehicle runs and drives. There's keys to the vehicle. Now we're going to go to the yes/no condition report with the exterior. Okay, vehicle identification plate is in place. There's no surface rust on the vehicle. There's no unibody or frame damage on the vehicle. And looking at the tires right here, there's lots of tread depth. So the tire tread depth is less than 50%. No, it's more than 50%. And so now, guys, I'm going to go to the interior yes/no condition report. All the airbags are in place. The vehicle does not smell like smoke. There's no cigarette burns. There's no seat damage on the seats. And the air blows real cold. I'm going to go ahead and check all the windows. Make sure they all roll up and down. Make sure that they roll all the way up. So we're gonna go ahead and mark it as seat controls work, yes. On this vehicle, there's no cracks on the dash, and so the navigation works. And the sunroof is working.
Strictly for those states that aren't.
Radio is working perfectly. Okay guys, the next portion is on the mechanical. It asks if it moves forward and reverse under its own power. So let's go ahead and test that. So that had no problem. There was no unusual noise, so I'm gonna mark yes. I drove the vehicle over here on the freeway. You'll have to verify that it can get up to at least 60 miles per hour if you're gonna mark the next one, which is drives on the freeway at speed limit. The transmission has been shifting normally in all gears, and transmission's automatic, yes. And the brakes are operational, yes. Now notice that there's red asterisks on a certain portion of the yes/no condition report. Those are ones that are required for you to fill them out. The rest of the yes/no condition report that does not have the red asterisks is optional, okay? But let's go ahead and finish it because I want to add value to the vehicle. So starts and stays running, yes. Is there any engine noise? No. Is the check engine light on? No. And the airbag light, is it on? No. The last portion on the yes/no condition report is going to be that you can add up to a maximum of 200 characters. That needs to be just factual information. You don't want to add your own subjective opinion about the vehicle. It has to be objectively reasonable, and anybody could ascertain that information if they got in front of the vehicle. Okay? So now that I've filled out the yes/no condition report, let's go ahead and move on to the last portion, which is labeled location, but it also talks about the title. The new cool thing about the app that just got put into production is the fact that you can now talk about the title. If you know the current status of the title, state, clean title, salvage title, that type of thing, you can go ahead and describe it without uploading images of the title itself. We're gonna go ahead and describe the title, and then we're also gonna upload the title images itself. You label the country, it's automatically under USA. This happens to be a Texas title, and this title happens to be a salvage title. The title type is a salvage title flood on this vehicle. It was involved in the Harvey incident, and the mileage on the truck itself, it's 37,484. We know it's actual miles, and I can choose to yes, upload. I would push and take images of the title, or I can choose to say no and move on. And it says, is the title vehicle lien free? And the answer to that is yes. Now let's go ahead and choose to upload images. I have the title right here. And so we're going to go ahead and upload the images of the title. Now the first box, you want to take it in landscape mode so you can get the entire title. The first box is the front of the title. And so I'll go ahead and get that. And the box will fill once you've captured it, so you know the image is actually there. And then we're going to get the complete rear image of the title. Now we can close the camera, and you have both images sitting there, and you can move on to the next portion. There's one of two things that you can do under physical address line item. You can tell us where you want the vehicle auctioned by putting in the Copart yard that you want it to run through the auction, or you can give me the physical location of the vehicle. If you plan on having us pick it up, you need to check that box. Now be careful here, because if you have us pick it up, then the system is going to automatically charge that tow fee from your location over to the Copart location. And that's going to automatically happen. If you're thinking about dropping it off, it's better for you to go ahead and select the drop-off portion, avoid the tow charge, and then go ahead and drop it off once the vehicle has sold and been paid for. Here's the thing to know about that. Once the vehicle sells and the member has paid for the vehicle, you have up to 48 hours to drop that vehicle off at the location that you auctioned it off at. If you fail to do that, then the sale's subject for cancellation, and you're all set. So either one of two things have happened there. You've either put down the physical location, you've told me if you're going to have us pick it up post-sale or drop it off, or you've decided I want to make sure I'm running the vehicle through an auction at a specific Copart location. So you went ahead and entered the physical yard location that you want the vehicle to be auctioned off at. Now, the last portion to do is to go ahead and accept the terms and conditions. If you have not read the terms and conditions, you can press the pop-up and then go ahead and go back and accept those terms and conditions by filling in and checking the box. Now you're going to save and continue. Once you save and continue, it's now uploaded all the images. You can go through, verify that you're happy with the images, the quality of the images, which I am. They're nice and clean, clear. I can go through, I can look at the VIN, year, make, model, make sure that's all correct. Make sure my minimum is correct, because somebody can push the buy it now button and purchase it for that amount. I want to make sure that the run and drive verification is correct. The keys, yes, I have keys. Identification, remember, anything with a red asterisk must be filled out on the yes, no condition report. So I'm happy with this information, but last thing I want to do is make sure that my phone number is correct so they can contact me. So I'm going to go ahead and create the assignment. And it asks me if I want to confirm my minimum. My minimum is correct, so I'm going to go ahead and continue and move forward with the assignment. Okay, guys, now that we have the lot number and the assignments entered, let's go ahead and utilize one of these envelopes to put the lot number down. Now, the envelope comes from either your Copart location. You can get them from your Copart Dealer Services account manager, or you can reach out to your auction coordinator at Copart Corporate, and they can provide you with these envelopes. As well as you can go online to Copart.com, go to CDS, Copart Dealer Services, and you can put in a request, send a communication over to Copart Dealer Services, and they'll send these envelopes out to you, okay? So now just go ahead and put your lot number in here. Once the vehicle is sold and paid for, you have up to 48 hours to drop that vehicle off at the Copart location that it was auctioned at, okay? At the Copart location where it was sold at. So now you go ahead and put your delivery date in. You'll go ahead and now drop inside the envelope your title, as well as you're gonna put in the key. You're gonna seal that envelope. And now when you take the vehicle down to the Copart facility it was auctioned at, you can go straight to the counter, see the customer service rep at the counter, let him or her know that you've got a Go app vehicle to drop off. Now you're done with the process. Now you're ready to move on with your next assignments utilizing the Go app.